Have you ever imagined a conversation that never actually happened? You're alone, maybe in the shower, walking somewhere, or lying in bed at night. And suddenly, your mind creates a scene. You're explaining something perfectly, winning an argument, saying everything you wish you said, or maybe it's something else. A future where everything finally works out, where people understand you, where things go exactly the way you hoped. And here's the strange part. None of it is real, but the emotions are. You can feel the tension, the excitement, the anxiety, even the relief from something that never happened. And if you do this often, you've probably asked yourself this at some point. Why do I keep imagining scenarios that never happen? Psychologically, this is far more common than people think, but it's not random. In many cases, your brain is trying to solve something deeper. Because when you imagine these scenarios, it doesn't feel like a choice. It just happens. You're walking somewhere, and suddenly you're explaining something in your head, replaying a conversation. Except this time, you say it perfectly. The perfect response. The perfect comeback. Sometimes your mind goes forward. You imagine success, recognition, moments where you finally prove something. Other times, it goes the opposite direction. Worst case scenarios. What if something goes wrong? What if they misunderstand you? What if everything falls apart? And here's what most people don't realize. Your brain treats these imaginary scenarios almost like real experiences. Your heart rate changes. Your emotions react. Your body responds. Psychologists call this mental simulation. Your brain is constantly running possible situations before they happen. And in a way, your imagination becomes a rehearsal space. Athletes do this on purpose. They visualize before they perform. Speakers do this before they step on stage. But for some people, this system never turns off. And that's when the scenarios start appearing all the time. But there's a deeper layer here. Because people who imagine fake scenarios frequently aren't doing it just for fun. Their mind is trying to resolve something emotional. Sometimes it's unfinished conversations, things left unsaid. Sometimes it's anxiety about the future. And sometimes it's a quiet need for control. Because when life feels unpredictable, your mind creates situations where everything makes sense, where you know what to say, where you know what will happen. And that feeling is powerful. Psychologists often notice 3 common patterns. The first, argument scenarios. You imagine explaining yourself, defending your point, winning a conversation that already ended. The second, future success scenarios. You imagine recognition, achievement, finally proving yourself. And while this can feel motivating, it can also become an escape. And the third, worst case scenarios. Your mind prepares for things that might never happen. It creates problems, just so it can try to solve them. But underneath all of this, there's a pattern. People who imagine these scenarios often spend a lot of time thinking about how others see them, not because they want attention, but because their brain is constantly analyzing social situations. So it creates conversations in advance. It practices. It prepares. But over time, something changes. Imagination stops being a tool and starts becoming a loop. Because in your imagination, everything is controlled. You say the perfect thing. People respond the right way. Everything makes sense. Real life doesn't work like that. And that's why some people get stuck here. Not because they want to escape reality, but because imagination offers a version of reality that feels safer, more predictable, more complete. But here's the important shift. Imagination is not the problem. It's one of the most powerful tools your brain has. It helps you plan, create, solve, prepare. The problem only begins when imagination replaces action. Because real growth never happens inside a scenario. It happens in real conversations, real moments, real outcomes. So if you find yourself doing this often, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your brain is active. You're analyzing, processing, trying to understand. The key is knowing the difference between using imagination as a tool and using it as a place to hide. Because your mind can create endless stories, but the most important moments in your life will never happen inside them.